Hello and welcome to this edition of Tips and Tricks. Now today I'm going to be talking about the oddball bait and how sometimes the oddball bait will catch most or all of your fish on a given day. Now what is an oddball bait? Well, an oddball bait is something that you wouldn't think of throwing in that situation or that time of the year. Because a lot of us, certain baits work certain times of the year, or traditionally, and they're known in certain times of the year, certain situations, and we usually don't throw them all too much other than those certain situations. And this comes to me from a day I had on this lake, and I hadn't been to it in a couple weeks. It's the middle of summer, I think, sometime in July. And the last time I'd been there, I caught some good fish on the surface lure. I caught some fish on some crankbaits and spinnerbaits. And this day I got out there at 6, fished till 2, and I couldn't get a bite. Nowhere, nothing. I even went to trying finesse worms and fishing a lot of the areas I was catching them before. Not a bite, absolutely nothing. Well, I happen to have my jerkbait rod with me, and this is why I say the oddball bait, because most of us know or learn that jerkbaits are really good in usually late winter or late fall or some situational times when bass are schooling on the surface and shad and stuff. It's good, but we don't usually think of it as a middle of the summer go-to bait. And near to die, and coincidentally this lake, over the years I'd fished it, I never really ever did good in the middle of summer on a jerkbait. Did good late winter, did good fall in it, but middle I always had other patterns and lures that I used that did really good. So I pick it up, I throw it out, third cast I get a fish. A couple casts later I get a fish. And suddenly everywhere around that I'd fished earlier, I'm catching fish. I mean, in 3 hours I think I caught maybe 50, 60 fish. I mean, I had to go through 5 or 10 dinks to get a keeper, but suddenly the fish were just everywhere. And I mean, like I said, oddball bait. I mean, I would have never thought to fish it. I didn't intend to fish it. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I decided to throw it on, and it was just amazing. Like, just everywhere. I mean, in those 6 hours, 8 hours I was there, I would have thought that they're just not biting, they're not going to hit anything. And all of a sudden, the fish were there. They were everywhere I was. But for some reason, this oddball bait was just the magnet. So give it a try. If it's really tough and you're just not doing well, try something you'd never try. I mean, that's the moral of the story. Just don't worry about, I don't want to try it. It won't work. Oh, it's not good for this time. It doesn't hurt to throw it. And you might just end up having a day like I had where it's just amazing. And the weird thing is, I went back two days later, couldn't catch a fish on a jerkbait. Don't know why, but like I said, sometimes the oddball bait catches you all your fish. I hope this helps. Until next time.